I know. I am way too late to talk about this anime, but I can't stop myself because this anime saved romance genre and no one realized it yet, and no one is talking about it. So, therefore, I'm going to talk to you guys about how this anime saved romance genre by breaking down both season 1 and season 2 of the anime and explaining to you guys why this anime changed the standard of romance in so many levels. In season 1, we didn't get to see much romance, like it didn't know which path it wanted to take, the path of the romance, the path of normal high school life, or even something more than that. Usually in romance animes, we can understand what path the story is going to take, therefore we can predict what is going to happen in the future. However, in the case of the Dangers in My Heart, we can't say the same thing because the story didn't have any path to begin with. However, more than 19% of the romance animes, especially the school type ones, are told from the perspective of the adults. They tell the story as if the teenagers are wise and mature enough to understand their emotions like full grown-up adults do. Teenagers are confused and stuck in a void, and that void can be so many things like emotions, philosophy, reality realizations, and many more things. Teenagers think about all of them at the same time, and because of it they are angry, confused, socially distant, shy, and many more things. We can see all of it in our main character, the way he acts around Yamada, or even the times he simply thinks about her. We see his struggle to cope with all of the new emotions and realizations, such as his actual feelings for Yamada. That's why most of the time he acts completely cringe and painful. Throughout the entire season 1, we saw him trying to figure out his feelings for Yamada. And every time in every episode he rejected his feelings for Yamada. But because he was a selfish brat, he rejected Yamada's feelings and emotions as well, to the point he ignored her and made her cry. But in that moment he realized he was trying to find a reason to hate her, but couldn't find any and decided to give up his unreasonable amount of resistance towards his emotions and accept the fact that he has feelings for her. But here's the actual fun fact. The main goal of both season 1 and season 2 of this anime was never about the realization of feelings towards each other or the romance or anything like that. The main goal was to fix their own problems, or in more accurate explanation, their anxieties. In season 1, Ichikawa had social anxiety, and because of it, he developed strange behaviors and habits, such as believing he has no friends and everyone are basically his enemies. The only people he didn't look at them the same way was his parents and his sister, but even so he still kept his distance from them because he was afraid that they might leave him forever, the same way his friends did. After they graduated, they went their own separate ways and never talked to each other again. And when he went to his new school, everyone outcasted him because they thought he was a creep for reading a book about murderers. And thanks to this experience, he developed a habit of hating everything and everyone. He created a shield for himself to keep himself safe, to make sure he won't be hurt ever again. Which explains why he hated Yamada. Because of her popularity, her look, her bubbly character, everyone loved her. And Ichikawa wanted to unalive her because everyone loved her for who she is on the outside. But everything changed for him when Yamada saw who he actually is. She saw the broken and sad side of him. She didn't care about his behaviors. She wanted to simply hang out with him, regardless of what everyone thinks or how it looked like from the outside. But this was hard for Ichikawa because every time they did something, he had to step out of his comfort zone. And thanks to her, not only Ichikawa opened up towards everyone, but also managed to make friends, spend time with others, experience new and colorful emotions, and most important of all, he finally stepped out of his comfort zone and accepted himself for who he is and his emotions towards Yamada. However, in season 2, tables have changed. Now that Ichikawa finally found the resolve he was looking for, besides the fact that he understood his feelings towards Yamada, it is time to finally break free from the comfort zone, which happened at the end of the season 1. Now, in season 2, the goal is changed, and now the main mission is to help Yamada. In season 1, Yamada is a bubbly person with too much energy, cares too much about others, extrovert, and a lot more good things we can say to describe her. But there are a lot of bad things we can say about her as well. And don't get me wrong, by bad I don't mean that as if she is a bad person or anything like that. No. By bad, I mean the negative side of her, like she cares too much about how others look and think about her. And by others, I only mean the people she cares about them, like her friends, parents, and most important of all, Ichikawa, which gets us to other two important problems. First, she thinks she's not good enough compared to others because everyone are awesome and great in what they're doing, and she could never catch up to others, which causes her to have another problem. She has low self-esteem because she thinks she is not good enough and always causes trouble for others, including her parents. She thinks without her, their life would have been a lot better. All of these problems made her vulnerable. In fact, more vulnerable than Ichikawa's problems. And because of it, he couldn't accept himself for who he is, and therefore he separated himself from others to keep himself safe. And he was okay with it until he met Yamada. But for Yamada, it's completely different. Her problems comes from how others think about her. She constantly worried if all of her efforts are not good enough and can't be the child her parents would be proud of. Ichikawa had a comfort zone, and because of it, he managed to control himself in negative way. But Yamada didn't have a comfort zone, and the pressure of constantly thinking she can't meet her family's expectations and disappoints them broke her mentally. Usually in romance anime, where the MC girl is sad or she can't fight anymore or she can't continue anymore or etc yada yada, the main boy, the MC boy, comes to help her. And how, you might ask? Let me remind you. He comes and hug her and say, honey, everything is going to be okay, you don't have to worry about anything. Or neither something cool like, I'm going to help you and fix everything, or etc yada yada, and you know how it is. And because of it, sometimes that it is cool and cute, and because of those cool and cute moments, the girl forgets about her problems, and by the power of the friendship, she solves everything and fixes everything. However, that is my fucking problem. Because, okay, where's the result? How is she going to keep moving on without fixing her problems? You know how? By completely forgetting it, like it never existed in the first place. That's right, most of the times in these types of animes, the problem never resolved, never fixed, and at the end of the story, she goes on her life to take care of other matters and never goes back to the time where she had problems to fix those problems. In short, I'm mumbling myself. In short, she never fixes her problems, she never have the resolve she needs to find. Therefore, the problem was a waste, to put it in the plot. But in here, the MC proved to her that she is wrong. He proved to her that her thoughts about everything are wrong. And how does he know about it? Besides their own separate problems, Ichikawa and Yamada both share the same pain and fear. Both of them are afraid of being hated by the people they care so much about them because of who they are. Yamada's fear is to see the people she cares about them only pretend that they care about her to don't make her sad, and there will be a time when no one can take it anymore and get sick of her for her behaviors. Ichikawa's fear is to be hurt because of others. When his friends said goodbye to him, they also told him they will keep talking to each other, but they didn't. And because of it, he got hurt. And when he was at middle school, nobody talked to him. Because of a single book he was reading, everyone judged him and thought he was a creep. The only difference between their pain is that Ichikawa closed himself out of everything and everyone, but Yamada didn't and suffered because of it. Both of them helped each other to realize that people don't hate them for who they are and what they do. Throughout their journey, they experienced so many new things, felt new emotions, they cringed, they cooked, they laughed, they cried, they believed in each other, they cared about each other. In the end, not all of their problems are solved, but they managed, and by helping each other, they became better person. And from now on, their journey will be more complicated. They will face so many new challenges, more difficult than what they handled before. But we don't have to worry about them because they are ready to face those challenges together. And we will be watching them from afar and accompany them in their new chapter of their life. Thank you all for watching my review for both season 1 and 2 of the Danger in My Heart. And I also started to reading the manga, and when I finish the manga, caught up to the story and everything, I will make a video about it and tell my thoughts about the story. But for now, until I finish the story, I want you guys to do me a favor, a couple of favors actually, and I'm really grateful if you doing this. First of all, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me to get motivated and boosted to make more videos and faster. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it with your friends so they can also enjoy this video and realize why this anime saved the romance genre. And finally, if you want to watch more of these videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also talked about Free Run Beyond Journey's End. I talked about a little bit about Oshinoko, and actually I'm working on Oshinoko. The more videos are coming. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch them all, and do not miss another of my videos. Thank you all for watching this video. Until another video, until another Anime Academia, Bedroot.